And the National Treasury will be issuing another sovereign bond of 123.8 billion shillings to finance part of the 2.8 trillion shillings 2021-2022 budget. Out of the 2.8 trillion shillings, the government plans to spend 1.84 trillion on recurrent expenditure, with 675.2 billion going towards development. The government has lowered its revenue target by around 6 billion shillings from 1.601 trillion shillings to 1.594 trillion shillings owing to the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The government will go out to the financial market to once again fund the country's budget.
Are we ready?
According to the final budget policy statement, Treasury will seek several options to finance the budget, including domestic borrowing and an additional 123.8 billion shilling sovereign bond, a move likely to push the country's foreign borrowing to 426 billion shillings this year. From the local financial market, the National Treasury will be looking for 540 billion shillings, bringing the total financing for the budget to 966.6 billion shillings. The budgetary policy paper also shows that the government has lowered its revenue targets by around 6 billion shillings from 1.601 trillion shillings to 1.594 trillion shillings owing to the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on taxpayers. According to the National Treasury, revenue collections reduced by 12% as at December 2020 from a projected 907 billion shillings to 810 billion shillings. The fiscal deficit was being projected at 8.9% of GDP for the fiscal year compared to 7.5 billion shillings initially estimated in June. The country's economy, like others around the world, has been hammered by the COVID-19 pandemic, as lockdowns instituted to fight the pandemic reduced revenues and stifled growth.
Thank you very much.
Last month, the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics said that the economy shrunk by 1.1% year-on-year in the third quarter of 2020 compared to a growth of 5.8% in the same period in 2019, as the pandemic slashed tourism arrivals into the country. Faisal Ahmed, Citizen TV, Nairobi.